Top 4 vulengate swords. Number 4, Sword of Peleus. This sword is honestly just trash and I don't know what the craze behind it is. Everyone just says it's the best sword on the server because of looting 5, but you and I both know that's just a bunch of baloney. Because I can combine a looting 3 sword with another looting 3 sword and get looting 6, which makes their argument invalid. 0 out of 10 sword would not recommend. Number 3, Gladiator Sword. This sword isn't much better, but it's better than the Sword of Peleus, so it gets number 3. It doesn't have any of that fancy custom enchant crap on it, so you can have the option to use it like a normal sword, but you can also put your own custom enchants on it, such as my favorite, which is Confusing Arrows, which makes it an all-around okay sword. 2 out of 10 would almost recommend. Number 2, Wild Longsword. Now here's where things get a lot better. I like this sword a lot because it has less custom enchants on it, so it doesn't get confusing to a new player and cause lag because of how many enchants the server has to process. And it's a lot more common, therefore it's a lot easier to get and more accessible to new players. 5 out of 10 would recommend sometimes. Number 1, Hobo Blade. This is a god tier weapon. It does everything you expect a sword to do, it's cheap to repair, and it's free. It also has a color code on it, which in my opinion is too overpowered because it gives new players access to color codes without even having a VP. So I'm personally asking what's the bad news to fix this exploit. For all around great sword, I think it's the best on the server and it gets a 420 out of 10, would always recommend. Honorable mention, Wooden Sword. I think this one is really good, but didn't make it on the list because it's a vanilla Minecraft sword and wouldn't fit the theme of vulengate specific swords. But I think it's on the same level as the Hobo Blade, as it's cheap to repair, but only a little bit worse because it doesn't have a color code on it. But if that exploit on the Hobo Blade would get fixed soon, this would make it into number 1. That concludes my vulengate sword top 4 list. Subscribe.